women expect to date only men who trigger immediate arousal. We're so used to being able to fuck men who turn us on immediately that we screen out any men who don't immediately trigger this arousal. And only these charming types can do that. Only hot, charming men can trigger immediate arousal. We're used to that, we want that, and we expect that, and we think that this is love, or that this is real, or this is the good thing, not realizing that this is just lust, temporary lust, and these men don't make good partners and will never date us, because mating works assortatively. You have your mating market value and your sexual market value. But your mating market value is assortative, meaning that you're only going to mate with people who are similar to you, socioeconomically, educationally, demographically, looks-wise. So your sexual market value is just like, do I want to fuck you? And most women have a high sexual market value because most men will fuck us. But they're not going to date us unless we have similar mating market value. This is what women don't realize. They have to learn. So, okay, so again, the issues are, number one, women misunderstand the short-term versus the long-term mating market. They think that I could fuck this guy so I could date this guy. Not understanding that high-value men want to fuck a lot of women, and just because he fuck you doesn't mean he wants to date you. I've made a lot of videos about that already. But this one is a new one. The problem is that we women expect to date only men who trigger immediate arousal, and we overlook any man who does not immediately arouse us, not understanding that historically mates were not selected by us for immediate arousal. Many long time ago, mates were selected by the community or the kin, then later by the family as like in an arranged marriage, and then later on by courtship, where a man who had to gather resources courted a woman, and then a woman would bond to him naturally over time as she got to know him, as they built like a love and a connection. It was never supposed to be about immediate lust. The third problem is that low-value men, and by that I mean men that are not hot immediately, causing like a tingle in the groin for a woman, or in the heart, like the romance hero. If you're not a romance hero or James Bond, you're left out, okay? It's most of you. These men wonder why nobody wants them for sex or for pair bonding. And the problem is that society has denigrated courtship. Courtship which historically allowed a woman to fall in love, because women now expect immediate arousal. And of course, the average man wants about 10 times the number of sex partners as the average woman, which makes men think we women are lucky to have easy access to sex, not at all understanding that it's not what we want. That's why women are speaking up against this hookup culture. They're checking out of the sexual revolution. They're talking about it. They're writing books about it. And we are finding out women hate it. Women do not want women don't want the same thing as men sexually. I've talked about the difference between our sexes many times, but I like how this author put it all together in a way that we can all understand. So the reason that people are getting divorced more and having more premarital sex and are more promiscuous is because we've embraced this desire for